Greetings, Terry here with another tech video for you. Recently, NVIDIA announced that they're coming out with the new 10 series of GPUs for the mobile laptops. And I was watching the PC Perspective podcast, and the prices are $5,000, $4,000, or $3,500. So these laptops are not going to be cheap. So I thought I would make a quick video explaining that desktop computers will always be more cost effective than getting a laptop. The great thing about laptops is portability, convenience. It's nice to be able to have a computer that you can carry around with you. The nice convenience of mobility. The downside is that it's super expensive, and if you put together a PC desktop for yourself, picking out which parts you want, you can still get the same performance for a much cheaper price. If you would like to look at the article yourself, I will link it down in the description about these 10 series laptops. But the thing is, you can get an i7 CPU, you can get an IPS 1080p monitor, and 64 gigabytes of RAM and a DDR4. You can get all these great things for a much cheaper price getting a desktop. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. The only reason I can see paying extra to get a laptop is if you really need the mobility. And even then, I would consider getting a much cheaper laptop to do, business, web browsing, Word documents, that sort of thing. You can do that on a much cheaper laptop. I don't see anyone really needing a fancy, expensive gaming laptop for that price. I mean, it's just excessive. So what I did was I took the specs here that they have in this chart for this upcoming series of laptops, and I went to PC Part Picker, and I didn't put too much thought into it, but I did pick and choose similar parts, and I wanted to see if I could build a desktop with similar specs and have the outcome of a much cheaper price. And this is what I got. This is as close to it as I could get, I think. i7 6700K quad core processor. I went with a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo CPU cooler because that's a favorite by many air cooler people. I went with the Gigabyte ATX motherboard, the Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 memory, the Intel 750, that's an NVMe SSD, the Western Digital Caviar Blue 7200 RPM. So these are all pretty pricey parts. Let's see what the overall price will be. I went with the Gigabyte GeForce 1080 graphics card with the Fractal Design R5 case, the EVGA 750 watt power supply. I even threw in a Blu-ray DVD player drive for those of you that still want optical drives. I threw in Windows 10, I threw in a Acer monitor, Corsair Strafe keyboard, a Razer Death Adder mouse, and Logitech speakers. So basically that's everything. That's everything you could possibly need in a desktop computer. I did not hold back. I got everything that could be thrown in. The only thing that's missing is another GTX 1080 if you would like to do SLI, and you could also, you know, get a better monitor, because I went with a 23-inch 1080p monitor. You could definitely increase the price getting, you know, Quad HD or something better, a 4K monitor or a ultra widescreen. But for everything I included, it comes down to a price of $2,700. That is still cheaper than those laptops that were being advertised for $4,000 or $5,000. So it's a no-brainer to me. Why would you want to pay so much for a gaming laptop when you can get a desktop for a cheaper price? That's like nearly half the price. I was watching the WAN show earlier with Linus, and I can't wait to see their build. They're planning to do a $69 PC build, so they're going to take each PC part from, you know, all the different pieces and try to get it around $69. That should be interesting. What gaming computer can you get for $69 for each PC part? I'm looking forward to watching that. But yeah, this was my video on comparison of laptops and desktops. What's out right now, what's coming. $5,000 laptop, $4,000 laptop, the cheapest being $3,600 roughly. That is still too much. I don't think the average consumer can afford this. Why do they price things so high when it's gonna be like a 2% maybe, or maybe that's being generous. 2% of people are gonna be able to actually afford it? I don't know. I feel like the majority of people out there are going to do what I've been doing, and that's putting together your own desktop PC. It's just more cost effective. And if you really need a laptop, don't get a gaming laptop. Just get one that's much more affordable and does everything you need to do. Which for a lot of us, we just needed to browse the internet, do some paperwork maybe. Yeah. That being said though, I do think it's really cool that they were able to make a 120 Hertz G-Sync panel in a laptop form factor, and the UHD 4K IPS monitor. That's pretty cool, I think. But still, I don't think the price, you know, I just don't think people are gonna go for it. The price is just too high. But anyway, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a lovely day.